Chuffed is taking up anchor and they're leaving to go back to Panama City because they're going to the States for 2 weeks, get a couple of things, visit family. Have a safe trip!
Safe travels, Nico.
You too! I'll miss you too! Come back soon! Uh-oh, old new leak. The rain is telling us what we need to tackle. Well, I've been in this anchorage at Pedro Gonzales now for a couple of days, and I've been putting around, working on the to-do list, like the pre-departure going to Costa Rica to-do list. There is a couple of things I wanted to do. For example, I still had to mount my new engine panel because it's got a different size than my old one. It's wider, so it didn't fit into the spot where I had the old one sitting. But I did like the setup of the old one, so I just had to kind of like modify it a little bit. Once I was at it, you're like, now I want it to look nice, and it was all like the paint had come off, so I decided to give it a little bit of a paint job as well. And whilst I was on that, I was monkey shining the whole cockpit, and then I did some little bit of monkey shining on the railing as well. It's probably not going to last long, but it's just so satisfying to see new paint on some spots. So yeah, that's what I did. And I wanted to mount a little float switch on my bilge pump, which I had wanted to do for a long time. And since I had this nearly like a close to sinking incident the other day, well, it wasn't really sinking, but I had quite a lot of water in the boat and it was a bit scary. Yeah, I decided to mount that switch, and it's been a little bit troublesome. It's acting up a little bit, But yeah, I hope to figure that out soon. I tried, like, I tested different things. It does work when you put it directly to the battery. So I figured it could be the cable. So I tested it with a cable that had the same length as the cable it was connected to, and it did work. It also worked with a shorter cable. I tried it on different spots on the panel to see if it was maybe the fuse that sits on the panel, but everything seemed to be working fine. So I connected it all with a new cable now, just because I thought, you know, it's working with another cable, so maybe something is wrong with the cable, but it's still not working. I can hear crackling inside, but it's not working. So it's really weird because I do read enough voltage at the end of the cable, so I really can't figure out what's going on. Anyways, my friend Rafael came by and I chatted with him a little bit. Hola Rafael, ¿qué tal?
Very good.
Very good. ¿De dónde eres?
De Pedro Gonzales.
¿Y qué me trajes hoy?
Traje papaya, coco, limones, huevos.
It's a little bit sad. Lots of the islands and the pearls have been privatized, and not really in a very smooth way. They've just been kind of like sold to investors, and the locals were like forced out of they're forced to give up the land. Like before, lots of the people here had a lot of farmland, so they were pretty self-sufficient. Then once the investors came, they took all the land away for very little money, and they caused a big unemployment on the island, where it's not a big village, but still, you know, people were not very happy.
Pero los ricos no han invadido. Y ahora ya no es lo mismo.
And yeah, they're not very happy, but still, you know, I admire them. They always still have a smile on their face. And also, it's interesting, he said, not only are the people now mostly unemployed, but they have electricity now at 24/7. So everybody is just watching TV all the time. So he says before, people didn't have electricity 24/7, so, you know, they would be a little bit more productive. So that's another thing going on. Listo, gracias, Rafael. Well, I am going to pick up anchor and go to an anchorage which is just about 12 miles south of here on San Jose, but on the west side, which brings me another like 10 miles closer to Jicaron, which is going to be a little stopover that I'm planning to do on my way to Costa Rica. Oh, and I buggered up my back. I don't know, maybe because of all the weird movements that you do on the boat, like, you know, like the work where you always like where you're lifting stuff or trying to bend your body into weird positions, and I must have buggered up my lower back somehow. I've been in a lot of pain for the last 3 days or so I try to do this little exercise thing every morning, like for half an hour. I guess I should be doing that anyways, but you know what it's like, you get like lazy and stuff. But yeah, I've been trying to do that now for 3 days, and it's getting a little bit better, but that was also a reason why I decided to not go on the 2 overnights yet, because also you sit a lot, so that's not really good for the back pain either. But we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna pick up anchor now and truck down to San Jose. But more about that next week. I don't know if you can see that, but there's little rays jumping like crazy. Up and down, flop, 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 flop. There you go, woo, woo, woo. That is so cool. It's like a little water ballet.